As I was editing my schedule release breakdown video, I took a deeper look at just how interesting the schedule lined up and how the schedule makers did some things to us in a positive way to basically ensure that not only are we going to hit the win total that the Vegas odds have set for us at 6.5, but there is a very good chance, just by the way the schedule was put into place, that we will fall into the playoffs. Right now, I'm going to take you through my process of how I pick the wins and losses. I'm not going to do that yet. That just rhymed. That was absolute bars. But there are things I look at in specific games and specific chunks throughout the season, runs we need to go on, and places we need to survive. And that's how I get to my accurate win-loss prediction videos. And there are certain instances in this schedule that have my antennas going beep, beep, beep. And if you stick around here, you might learn something. Let's get into the schedule a little deeper. Let's talk about the obvious right off the bat. There are two games that are away games that are actually home games. Obviously, every year we play the Chargers twice. One of those times is going to be in Vegas, and one of those times is going to be in Los Angeles. We know that we're going to fill that stadium with Raider fans. The other game we play is in Los Angeles against the Rams. And if that would have been a Vegas home game, we would have lost an opportunity to have 10 home games. But now we have two games away that are considered home games against a Rams team that is pretty dang good, a team that was better than a lot of people thought they would be last year. So we're going to need every advantage we can get. And instead of playing at home and having a 50-50 split, we might have more Raider fans in Los Angeles than we do in Las Vegas. And that's a very big point. Both times we play the Kansas City Chiefs, it is pre-December, which means that the weather will not be the worst that it can be. Take it a step further. Each time we travel to the East Coast, except for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers game, which is in Florida, so the weather will be fine there, it is pre-December. There are East Coast teams we play after December, but they are all Vegas games, or like I said, in Florida. So if there are any people out there who are concerned about the cold weather games, I don't think that is much of a concern anymore now that Carr's gone. But if there are people out there, just know that by the time December hits, the only time we'll be traveling to the East Coast is in Tampa Bay, Florida. If anybody's concerned about the East Coast body clock time, it is a 50-50 split between East Coast games at home and East Coast games on the road. I feel like sometimes we get screwed with that stuff and we're constantly traveling out to the East. I think we are in the top 10 of miles traveled, but that's gone down significantly since we went from Oakland to Vegas. And the one time we do travel to the East Coast after the bye week in Miami, we will have time, because it is after the bye week, to go to Florida early to get the body clock right. And if there was any body clock stuff affecting us the last time we played Miami, that will be gone because it'll be after the bye. There are 6 games this season that we play that I believe we have at least the same type of quarterback or quarterback advantage in the game. What do I mean by that? It's games where you look at the quarterback who's playing across from you and you go, I think my quarterback can play better than that quarterback. Those games are the Broncos twice, the Panthers, the Steelers, the Saints, and the Buccaneers. I believe we are better at quarterback than the Broncos with whoever they're starting. I think we are better than Bryce Young. I think at this point in his career, we're better than Derek Carr. Baker Mayfield doesn't scare me. And whoever's playing for the Steelers, whether that's Russ or Justin Fields, two people we could have had and passed on. Antonio Pierce just told you clearly he thinks Aiden and Gardner are better than Bo Nix, are better than Russell Wilson, are better than Justin Fields. And I think Baker and Derek and Bryce Young are in this weird stage where you're like, are they good? Are they not good? I think those are games where at the very, very least, we have the quarterback advantage. There are only 5 games on this schedule where we do not have the obvious defensive advantage. It is the Browns, the Steelers, the Chiefs twice, and the Ravens. Those games, you could argue, the team across from us has the better defense. But I'm just going off of what I saw last season. Those teams had great defenses. We had a great defense too, but we didn't have the pieces that we added, and they also didn't have the pieces that they added. So we're going to see how those defenses mesh. But for right now, those 5 games, was that 5? Those are the only 5 games where the defense across from us, I believe, has a chance to be better than the defense that's playing for us. So that's a handful of games where we have a distinct quarterback advantage. If we could take a few of those and couple them with a couple wins against teams that have a better quarterback than us, we did that last year. We beat the Chiefs. All of a sudden, There's 7-ish wins right there. Then you play the teams that have the better quarterback, but we have the significantly better defense, like the Falcons, for example. That's a game we could steal and win. I think this schedule, with the little inklings I just showed you right here, has a chance to really work out well for us. There's only 1 or 2 games that aren't division rival opponents. Those games could go any which way. That I'm genuinely concerned we don't really have a great shot at. Something like the Bengals game in Cincinnati could be really tough, or the Ravens week 2 could be really tough. Other than that, there isn't a game on this schedule that I don't think we can be competitive in. I actually think we can be competitive in every single game. Maybe a ball doesn't bounce our way in the Chiefs game and we lose by 15, something like that. I don't know why I said 15. That was the most random number I could ever think of. But look, this schedule comes down to 2 things. I said this in the last video, but if you missed it, here it is right now. Can we improve at the quarterback position? Is Aiden better than he was last year, which I would assume he is? Or can Gardner be better than Aiden was last year? I assume he could be. I mean, he took the Colts basically to the brink of the playoffs, throwing to Michael Pittman and me. And is the defense as good as it was last year, if not better? If it is better, I don't see many teams on this schedule scoring that many points. I'll be completely honest with you. I think we are going to push people around, shove people. It's going to be unbelievable. Comment below. Let me know your thoughts on these little nuggets I've taken to formulate how we can make the playoffs, why I think it's a possibility, and why I think we can go from 7 to 12 wins. This is how I break down the schedule. This is how I look at things and how I operate. How do you operate? Give me your win-loss predictions. Give me your thoughts. Am I making a mountain out of a molehill with these little things? Comment below. Let me know. Check out the Patreon, patreon.com/ALLaBorde Raiders. You get your name at the end of the credits. You get ad-free content, early access to all these videos, days early. Join the Discord. It's $1, one single dollar bill to join the Discord and talk to me and all the other people that have subscribed and signed up for the Discord. If you can't do that, that's okay. You're doing just enough by watching this video. Drop likes, drop comments. Please be sure to subscribe. It is free. I have no charge to you. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.